P Chow, and welcome back to yet another super hot and super unique day over here in Delhi. Today I am at Sportech and I am here with one of their flagship products, which is one of the kind in the entire country. I am of course talking about this, which is India's one and only rear engine, rear wheel drive Swift. We'll take it out on the road. First, I'll let you know a little bit about the car, how they have engineered this masterpiece, and then we'll take it out on the road to find out how it drives. Now, from a distance, if you see, this car will look pretty stock. Of course, it will look a little lowered because it's sitting on D2 coilovers at the front and Buddy Club coilovers at the back. But the minute you start moving a little behind, you will start seeing a lot of different things. First clue is that there is a massive air vent over here. There's another massive vent over here, and the reason for both of those is that the engine is actually back there. Now, this is no small feat to get the engine back over there. It has taken a ton of time, effort, and in fact, it's taken one entire Swift apart from this one to mate them together to make this car. The reason behind that is that the engine basically sits on a subframe, and that subframe had to be taken from another car, the entire front end, and had to be transferred over here at the back, on which the engine can sit. Now, the good part about that is that because this is based on the front subframe of the Swift, it also gets disc brakes at the back as well. So this basically has disc brakes at the front and disc brakes at the back. Now, of course, a lot of things had to be done to make sure that this works well. As you see already, the cooling, which basically provides the entire engine with a lot of breathability. Apart from that, you can see there's a subframe as well from the original Swift front end, air filter. Then again, this entire part, including the flooring, had to be made custom, and along with that, these doors as well as the hatch had to be made custom as well. And both these parts, the rear door as well as the hatch, is been made in fiber. Now, if you go inside, there's literally no point opening this because this place is completely empty. Everything which was there is now here. And if you go inside, you will see that Sportech has not only put the engine over there at the back, but they've also very neatly kind of isolated the engine compartment from the driver's area. The reason behind that is, of course, the engine is hot, it's loud, and it's going to interrupt a lot, and it's going to make the cabin a lot louder. This will protect the engine a little bit, and of course, if there are any oil splashes, leaks, or anything else, it will basically protect the driver from the hot bits. Along with that, over here you've got a removable Sparco steering wheel. Lovely, really nice looking, very well contoured Sparco racing seats, and a handbrake over there. Now, this car still has the air conditioning as well as the system, the audio system, which is, I am pretty sure the audio system is not very audible because the engine is right, like your ears are here and the engine is just right back over there. But it's there nonetheless in case you ever want to listen to a little bit of music, and that music is not the engine. That said, though, the kind of engineering that has gone behind building such a project, the kind of thought process, the kind of understanding of how and where, what kind of parts to source, where the engine goes, how to make sure that the engine is not only at the back, but it is sort of placed in a kind of a mid-engine sort of a configuration, while at the same time making sure that the alignment of everything is central so that the engine does not sit offset from the symmetry of the vehicle, where the vehicle starts being heavy on one side and the weight distribution basically gets disrupted. So what this is a very capable. Now, also along with that, what Sportech has done is they have locked the rear differential, and what that means is that this is technically a mid-engined lock differential car, which makes it quite a handful for drifting. So I am going to take this car out for a quick spin to tell you a lot more about how this car drives. Of course, this is a project car, so it's going to drive like a project car, but I think along with that, it's going to be quite a handful. It's going to be quite fun and exciting to drive. So without further ado, let's take this car out for a spin and see how it drives. Okay, I today have the privilege of driving this one-off rear engine rear wheel drive switch. Swift. Turn the ignition on. This is going to be loud and I'm not sure how much you're going to be hearing it, but I'm going to try my best. Okay, first things first. I'm sitting low. The wheel is above my face. The gear shifter is high. And it is loud in here. And because the engine is sitting at the back on top of the wheels, it's basically putting a lot of weight on top of the wheels. This thing actually is not very easy to slide. It has a ton of grip on top of the rear wheel. If we try sliding this thing, it's going to be a little twitchy for sure. And you'll require a ton of skill to hold the drift. This thing is awesome fun. I would have never thought of doing that in a Swift. Doing proper donuts. We're actually out over here shooting and we've got a couple of cars. The Ashwin Takyar fully blown out drift car, the 325i is also here, and F10 Dalal Prateek's car is also here, where they are filming and I'm basically going in circles around them. This is a very special day. This is by far the most fun Swift I have ever driven. So, now the good thing is that the engine is at the back, which means it's putting a lot of weight on the rear wheels, which means when you put the foot down, this thing is actually going to go pretty much in a straight line without losing traction, and that's what I want to see now. It is loud in here because the engine is sitting right behind my back. It's actually, the engine is right here. And I mean, okay, I have to say, hang on, I have to say one more thing. Okay, this feels surprisingly easy to drive. I thought because it's got a locked differential at the back, the engine is at the back, it's going to be twitchy, it's going to be a little skippy on the rear wheel, but no. I mean, the skippiness is still there, but it's surprisingly easy to drive. I mean, you do feel a lot of weight behind you because of course the entire engine, transmission, everything is at the back. Another very interesting thing what Sportech has done is, because the engine is now sitting at the back, that means that the transmission is now facing the other side. That said, what would have actually happened in that case is that the transmission, the entire gearing would have been in the opposite direction, where if you put it in first, it would actually have gone in reverse. But what these guys have done is they've actually very smartly rerouted the wires, the cabling for the transmission under the car and it comes out onto the back. So basically the transmission sequence has not changed. It's pretty insane. I want to drive this car a lot more to explore more, but then of course on public roads there's only so much that we can do. We did a nice, very much fun burnout where it basically does not take a lot of time for this car to lose traction. First gear, put your foot down, drop the clutch, put the foot on the throttle, and this thing is just going to start spinning and just keep going round and round in circles. This is a very, very once in a lifetime kind of an opportunity, and I thank Sportech for letting me have it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. I'm going to catch you in the next one. Till then, ciao.